What's good, Brodies? It's me, Keisha, aka ColorMePynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Summer House Martha's Vineyard Season 2, Episode 7 review. We are getting a reunion this year, you guys, so I am looking forward to it, okay? But let's get into tonight's review. So we pick up where we left off last week with Summer having an epic meltdown, and Noelle is trying to calm her down, see what's wrong. She's trying to be a little mother hen. Like, I love Noelle. She's just like a little Bambi to me. Like, she just wants everybody to be okay. So they're in Summer's room, and Summer was like, these are your anchors now. Meaning, like, they're her new friends. Like, be with them. You don't me like that. And Noelle was like, I'm just friends with everybody. I'm still your friend, Summer. What's wrong? Talk to me. And Summer was like, I'm tired of Bria trying to make me seem crazy all the time. And I was like, well, girl, you're doing a good job of that yourself. It's not just Bria, my love. It's the way that you've been acting all summer. So Noelle eventually leaves and goes to bed. Jasmine and Jordan come in and check on Summer, and she cries to Jordan, and they end up making her laugh and all of that good stuff. Everybody goes to bed. Next morning, Nick gets up really early because he's running a 5K marathon, and he's having his annual event that night as well. Plus his girlfriend Tasia is coming into town. So he got a full plate. Then that same morning, Natalie talks to Amir about Freaknik and says that wasn't her vibe, and the way the girls were behaving wasn't her vibe. Get this racist asshole the fuck up out of here. We don't want her. Don't want to see her no more. What the fuck you mean it wasn't your vibe? If it wasn't your vibe, then why the fuck did you come? Why? Why did you come? You could have went and stayed in a hotel hall if it wasn't your vibe. You didn't have to come downstairs if it wasn't your vibe. Nobody put a gun to your head and told you to participate, ho. And he all, yeah, it wasn't your vibe. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I'm so sorry, babe. So sorry. He is an Uncle Tom ass mother, and I got more to say on that in a second. So after that, Summer wakes up that morning realizing that she needs to make amends with several people in the house because of the way that she acts. Natalie says to Amir, says about Amir when they're in the kitchen and they're talking about food and stuff like that. And he says that he doesn't like ranch dressing. And Preston was shocked by this. And she was like, Amir doesn't like anything white and creamy. The joke was right there, and nobody took the bait. Nobody took the bait. I would have been like, well, that's not true, my love, because you're standing here. I would have took this shot. I would have had to, because the jokes just write themselves. So after that, Preston and Amir say, that excuses don't need to be made for people just because they're drunk, talking about Summer and her behavior and the way that she's been acting. Like, everybody's kind of getting sick of her spiraling and going off and acting a monkey. So Summer comes down to the kitchen and asks Noelle, can they go talk? So they go outside, sit down, and they talk. And Noelle was like, I feel like you don't like me. And Summer was like, it's not that I don't like you. I love you. You were on the receiving end of my anger towards Bria, and I apologize for that. And she was like, I hate to admit it, but I'm just like her. When I get mad, I see red. They are just alike. That's why they constantly doing this. Constantly. Her, Bria, and Jordan, when it comes to their emotions, are all the same. It's like 0 to 100 real quick. And it's just like, huh? What? And it's misplaced anger sometimes, or it's doing too much. It's just too much. And I felt bad for Noelle because she was like, do you even remember pushing me? And she was like, no. So Summer was like, when I'm hurt, I hurt other people, and that's something I got to work on. Yeah, it is, because you're going to come across the wrong person where you push somebody else. They going to dog walk you. You just can't be acting a fool and pushing people and yelling and screaming because you're upset or you're going through something. It's like, we're adults. Learn how to control your emotions, ma'am. Like, what happened to the emotionally intelligent person that we saw last summer that was just so cool, relaxed, and calm? I know she's going through stuff with her grandmother being sick and everything, but like, girl, it cannot just be that. It cannot just be that. It really cannot. It cannot just be that thing. But Noelle tells Summer that she needs some time, just to wrap her head around everything that's going on and everything, which is fair. So Nick is about to hold a meeting with everybody in the house to delegate what needs to be done as far as cleaning up and everything to get ready for his party that night and for his girl to come into town. So this Squidward Geico looking Bria says, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I have things to do today. When I had my event, nobody helped out. See, Nick, this is when you need somebody like Phil around to help you, because a like Phil would have been like, who the f are you talking to? Like, you ain't gotta help, ho. Get the f on somewhere. Like, you don't talk to people that way. And then production goes back and shows us how literally several people helped her set up for her event. He's composed though. He doesn't take it there with her. He was like, if you want to help, you can clean up the 2 bathrooms for me. She says, okay, then goes upstairs with Shanice and talk shit. Talking about if he wants somebody to help him clean, he can hire a maid. I ain't doing it. I don't give a who coming here. I understand that we need a villain on this show. I understand we need drama, and she brings it, but Bria gotta get sunned. She gotta get sunned by somebody. She gotta step to the wrong person outside of Preston. She gotta get dogged walk verbally by somebody, and even physically at this point, because this stomps on my last nerves. I do not like her. There's no likability at all about her. And that's the problem with her being the antagonist of this show. There's no likability about her. None. So Nick addresses to the people that are downstairs that nobody supported him running the marathon. You could tell it really hurt his feelings. Who said this in their confessional? Was it Shanice? Or Summer? It was one of the girls that was like, no, it was Noelle. It was Noelle who said in her confessional, like, who was getting up that early in the morning, ain't nobody doing that or something like that. It's not about that. It's about, like he said, how hard is it just for you to text me or something like that? He was like, good luck. That's really all I got from y'all. I felt bad for him. I really honestly did, because that's a big thing to run marathon. And when I was watching, I was like, ain't nobody gonna come support him? At least be there when he crossed the finish line. He ended up coming in 5th place, which was huge. I felt bad for him. They really did him dirty with that. And everybody was just like, oh, I accept that. Nobody was really like, oh, I'm so sorry, or unless they just didn't show us that. I don't know, but they did him dirty. So everybody's cleaning up the house and trying to help. Tasia arrives, and Nick is being super accommodating, set up his room, and it was set up a room for her really nice with flower petals on the bed, making sure everything is clean. He was like, oh my God, I smell, because he still hadn't washed up since running the marathon. Like, he acts like he really likes her and cares about her, but it's like he like other women still. I think what it is with Tasia is that he know he got a good woman and he's holding on to it, but still waiting to see if something better comes along. And it's just like, don't waste that girl time. Do not waste her time. And I feel bad for her, because if a bad bitch pay Nick some attention, it's adios for you, girl. It's adios. it's adios. Because Nick is the kind of guy that we've all grown up with, where he was always cute, he was always dressed, he was always clean, he was very smart, astute, girls liked him. He was a mama's boy, grew up with his grandmama and his mama and stuff. That's how he knows so much about aesthetics and all of that type of stuff, which he admitted. But he never was the guy to really pull that bad. He got girls, but he ain't get the girl. You know what I'm saying? And like Tasia's a cute girl, but she's like the girl next door. He wants somebody like a Jordan or Shanice that is a bad, but still got the brains and all of that to go along with it. So that's why I'm like, if he came across a girl that with him like that, it's a wrap for you, my love. And that's why I feel like she wasting her time. But hey, she saw the episode. She know what's going on. She like it. I love it. So Jordan confronts Summer about Natalie telling them that she said being friends with her and Preston isn't that easy. And she was like, she basically was like, it wasn't like that. I'm just going through a lot of whatever. Bria getting on my nerves, this, that, and the third. This Natalie gotta go, because you want to sit up here and say how you don't like this, you don't vibe with that, you jealous of Jordan, you don't really like these black girls for real, but then you want to be the main one running back and telling Jordan, and you don't even like Jordan, you're jealous of her, but you running back telling her that other girls have said in the house, and you don't even like none of these girls. Why are you even getting involved running back and telling? And then on next week episode, we gonna see that she gonna run and tell Nick girlfriend Tasia some shit. Like, what are you doing? And Amir gonna probably take her side and not check that hoe with his I don't like that. So Bria tells Jordan and Shanice that she's gonna keep Summer at arm's length at this point. Right as she's saying that, Summer comes down and asks her to talk, and she was like, not right now, I'm not ready. So she was like, okay. Mariah arrives at the house. Love Mariah. Happy to see her back. Summer decides not to drink that night. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. She made the right decision. Policing herself. Thumbs up. Amir comes into the kitchen. Everybody is arriving at this point, mingling, having a good time. He goes into the kitchen and runs into Mariah. They speak to each other and she asks, can they talk? They sit down and she tells him that she felt hurt by him last summer for not speaking up about the dog situation, and was like, nobody in their good mind would put dog clothes in with people's clothes. And he looking like he dumb in the head, like, I do it all the time. And that's because you grew up in a white household. He don't know no better. He don't know no better. He really honestly don't. And you can tell it still wasn't calculating in his mind that you don't do that. That's nasty. So she says, all I ever really wanted was an apology from you. He says, I'm sorry that happened. That's not an apology, you bubble lip. That's not a apology. But Mariah accepts the apology and says, I just wanted you to understand that your part in the situation, because it caused a lot. It caused her to get put out the house. It caused her to get accused of putting hands on somebody, and she did not. It caused her to miss an opportunity on making money and providing for her and her son. And this bitch says, I've owned my part. I said I was sorry. You reacted in a moment. That was your decision to react that way. I'm not sure what you're looking for. You condescended. You see how he talked to her. He's so unwilling to admit that what he did was fucked up and act like, I don't owe you. You fucked up your own opportunity. She didn't, first of all. But when Natalie got an issue, baby, what is it? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Please don't hit me. Oh my God. Get this off my goddamn screen. I don't like this. I don't like this shucking jiving. He ain't got no regards for black women. No, he don't. No, he don't. No, he don't. No, he don't. He want to be so black, but then don't want to genuinely apologize to a black woman for her over. You that girl over. and her opportunity. And you act like you ain't did. I don't like that bitch. Get this nigga off of my screen immediately. He would have been the one in the field, boss. Keisha didn't pick that cotton today. No, she didn't. Like, he's that. No. I do not like him. Preston and Summer have a conversation about everything that's going on with her, and he tells her that you can come and talk to me. That's what friends are here for. You don't have to carry all of this by yourself. She gets very emotional. She cries. He hugs her, and you can tell at this point, like, she's getting very emotionally depleted because she's not drinking. She's feeling everything. She's had these heavy conversations already with Noelle and now Preston. Like, she's going through it. So after that, Noelle's friend Destiny arrives. And if you did not recognize Destiny, she is a contestant from last summer's Love Island USA, one of the best seasons ever. She's also a St. Louis native. So happy to see her on our televisions again. I would love to see Destiny on Summer House. First of all, the way she was looking at that party does not do her any justice because my girl is gorgeously beautiful, okay? And that wasn't no wig, that was her hair. So she comes in dressed in this white dress. Now, mind you, Jordan has on a white dress as well with bangs and a wig. And so Destiny walks past Amir, and Amir standing next to Natalie, and he was like, was that Jordan? Was that Jordan? She got on the white dress? And then they was like, nah, that's not her. Next thing you know, he look at Natalie. She got an attitude. What? What's wrong? You mad? What I do? And she whispers, you asked if that was Jordan. And he was like, wait, no, baby, it wasn't even anything like that. You know, these girls change their wigs like 5 times a day. And he probably didn't even mean no harm with bringing up the wigs, but it didn't sit right with me. Like, he's a Drake than me. He one of them black guys that want to be so black but just ain't got it because he ain't grow up in it. Like, I can't fuck with this. I really can't. And y'all see once again how he shuck and jive for her, but he don't have that same energy when it come to black women. I don't with that at all. So everybody's outside and Nick makes a speech to everyone about how he ran a 5K that day and how he came in 5th place. And it was like, oh, great. Like, nobody gave a fuck. And I felt so bad for Nick. But he brings up how a friend of his who'd recently passed would have been there for him. And, you know, he's taken the passing of his friend very hard. You know, they were line brothers and he passed away by drowning. And it was really sad, you know, and he gets emotional and everything. So he dedicates his party to his friend. So Summer ends up leaving the party early. She just needs peace and quiet and time alone. Simon decides to come downstairs in a flamingo blow up costume. And everybody, all the black people looking at him like, you know how you at a party and somebody come in doing some weirdo and the music stops. It's like, whoop. Everybody was looking at him like, what is this white boy doing? Now, mind you, he caused the scene last summer at Nick's party, jumping in the pool, trying to be center of attention. So Bria was like, take that off. I told you not to put that on in the first place. He like, what? I'm having a good time. He drunk, looking a fool. And she was like, you're embarrassing me. Like, tonight's party was in memory of his friend and you coming down here dressed like a clown. So Preston was like, is he trying to be center of attention? Like, what is he doing? So Bria steady trying to get him out the costume, and at one point she even like grabbed the face, the head of the flamingo costume, like trying to rip it. And they was like, chill. This Simon farts. Everybody was saying it smelled like. He goes upstairs, takes the thing off. Bria mad and was like, you keep this up, I'm gonna break up with you. She breaks up with him. She tell him to get his and go. Girl, I'm so sick of her in this as the world turns ass relationship she got with this white man. Like, girl, you, Amir, Natalie, and Simon can get on the Titanic and sink as far as I'm concerned. Overall, I'm going to give this week's episode of Summer House another A, another great episode. I also have a Drake expose video dropping this week that you guys gotta tune into. It will verify that everything that Kendrick said in his diss tracks were true about Drake. Yes, you do not want to miss this video. It is explosive, okay? Y'all know I don't lie when I say these things. But back to Summer House. Let's talk about tonight's episode down below in the comment section. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.